Hey guys, so today I'm putting in my Freely extensions. I'm actually trying a new way. I'm going to try the way where you kind of braid these shorter pieces back here and tuck them under, just because when you have super short hair, if you have a blunt haircut like I do, sometimes those little pieces can kind of not even show, because I have never really done the braid underneath. I've always usually just left it out and it's blended, but it does give you that like sucker proof, like you don't have to worry about the little underneath pieces by braiding them up and tucking them under. Like it's worry free, which I like. So I'm trying it and I'm excited. I'm just literally doing a Dutch braid underneath, and I'll turn around so you can kind of see the area that I'm braiding. And again, what that's gonna do is it's just gonna help the little baby hairs from underneath. Since I have a really blunt short cut, it's gonna keep them from peeking out underneath in pictures, which I know is a struggle. I actually was just talking to one of my girlfriends in Atlanta who wears clip-in extensions, and that was always a thing for her too, is like, how do you, when you're filming, hide those little hairs and not have to worry about them? Like I said, you can brush them into your extensions, but when your cut is super blunt like mine, it's just like, why worry? Why not, you know, do something to not have to worry about that? I look a little crazy right now. I'm just gonna turn around so you guys can see it. So these are my two little braids, and I'm just gonna literally crisscross them. I'm sure it looks really crooked and messy, but that doesn't matter. No one will see this. And I'm gonna bobby pin them. So let me get my little bobby pins out. And by the way, I love my Freely extensions because I can wear them for a few days. And if I don't want to wear them for a few days, it only takes a few minutes to put them in. So it's bomb, because you're not like, it's not like it took you a long time to put them in. So they're quick and simple to put in. I love that, but I also love that I have the option, if I want to kind of wear them longer. So typically I put them in on Fridays. If you guys want to know my beauty schedule, I put in my Freely extensions on Fridays, and I usually leave them in until Monday morning, because then I go and I work out, and I usually keep my hair curly during the week and really focus on hydrating it and keeping it super healthy. And then on the weekends, I'm a straight girl. Alright, so I just put my bobby pins in. Well, there you go. And I want to say, like, I feel like when I'm teaching people how to put in clip-in extensions, because it is so simple, the first time you put them in, it does feel a little crazy because you're still kind of figuring it out, and that's okay. And people get so stressed out, and they're like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? And I'm like, girl, you see how crazy the back of mine looks? Like, it's not even something that has to look perfect. They just have to stay in. Like, that's the goal. Do kind of straight lines when you're putting them in, as straight as you can get them, and get them clipped in there good. That's like the key point, is just making sure that when you're opening this up, this clip, it's going into your hair, and when you're closing it, before you close it, there's hair in there. I actually taught a class at a school, and it was a good experience for me because I didn't realize that, like, it was good to see the struggles that someone who's never put them in, you know, has. And that was their biggest struggle, like, was making sure that the extension was actually clipped in the hair. A lot of them were just like they were like scared and timid about sticking that clip in there. You want to make sure you get that clip in there, because that's what's going to make it stay. It needs something to hold on to. And ours extensions are designed to not need teas, which I love, because it just makes it so much easier and so much faster to install them. But so I just put a little hairspray, because my hair's really fine, guys, like super fine. So I put in a little hairspray, a healthy one. This is a professional brand. You want to make sure you're not using the cheapy stuff, but you're just going to spray it in, let it dry, and then clip it in. It has a base. So I just clip mine in. Now we'll do the next row. And it really depends on the size of your head. This is a funny story. It depends on the size of your head for like what clips go where. We did film a video that was like kind of gave the amount of clips per row and like kind of told you where to put each clip. But the funny thing is, I have a really big head, guys. So I realized soon, after we launched our line, that, you know, where I put a 3-clip weft is not necessarily where you're going to put a 3-clip weft, because my head is big. And so the wider your hairline is, the bigger like weft you can put there. So I start with a 3-clip weft, and I could even fit a 4-clip weft back there. My head is so big. It always has been, but it's all good. But I say that to say, like, you want to make sure that just whatever feels good, like, you just measure it. So you're going to put 1 clip over here and hold it over here and just make sure it's not peeking out on the ends. That's all you're paying attention to. So yeah, I thought that was super hilarious. Like, oh dang, played myself out, like, because my head is extra big. People were probably watching the tutorial like, I could not fit a 3-clip or a 4-clip back there. My head is not that big. It's all good. All right, so just put my 2nd clip in, and this is my first time putting these ones in since I toned my hair. But the fun thing is, because if you're a blonde, you know you're forever toning your hair, because like your cuticle gets blown, and so it doesn't necessarily hold the toner. If you're as light as me, your hair's not going to hold the toner as long. And so for me, it's like no matter what purple shampoo I use, typically I don't have a comb. No matter what purple shampoo I use, I still have to tone my hair, right? So my blonde is forever, the color of it is forever changing, like always changing. And so when I put in my extensions, it's hilarious because I never know, you know, is it the same color blonde? Because when I tone my hair, the tones honestly change. I have a go-to toner I use, but it just still depends on how my hair wants to feel that day, whether it grabs it right or not. So yeah, this is my first time putting it in. But the fun thing about it is, you see how like my blonde right now is a little deeper than these? Once I put them in and brush it in and put some hairspray on it, it blends so well. And that's the fun thing, because I didn't want to, I'm really light, my blonde is really light, but I'm not as light as these. And so it's like a fun way to have that lightness but not have the damage of it, you know? I feel like I might want to go, no, I'm not going to go as high. So the other thing that you'll kind of realize with these are, you, after putting them in the first time and wearing them, will kind of figure out like how high or how low you want to go with them. That's something I actually learned, because I used to go pretty high up into my part with them. But then one day I happened to, because look, my part naturally goes back really far. Like, I parted my hair, but like everyone has a natural part, and the part kind of stops different on everyone's head. And so what you want to do when you're putting in your extensions is pull all the way back until that naturally stops, which for me, it's like kind of right here. So that only leaves me that much room to, I hope you guys could see that. That only leaves me that much room to kind of put the extension row in. That's another common thing. Girl, I hate seeing girls whose rows you can see, whose extensions you can see. And that's the reason why. It's because people go way too high and like put them all the way up here. And then your hair blows, like the wind blows, and you look crazy because literally you can see it. You know what I mean? Because your part, naturally you would think, okay, I could probably put some extensions here. My part naturally wants to stop back here. So I don't want to go any higher than that, because God forbid the wind blows, right? Then I'm looking crazy. Like, I love extensions 1,000%, but I'm not trying to I don't want to look crazy. I don't want anyone to be able to tell that they're extensions. I want people to be like, oh, your hair is so pretty. You know what I mean? I want that to be the focal point when I'm wearing extensions, not like, oh, your extensions look so pretty. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that is the missing factor for a lot of people when they wear extensions, is that like, you shouldn't be able to tell they're extensions. Like, people should just be like, oh, your hair is pretty. Not like, oh, nice extensions, you know? Oh my gosh, I see it all the time in the airport. I'm always like, I just want to walk up to these girls and be like, can I get you some freebies? And can I kind of send you a tutorial on how to install them? Because that's the worst. It's the absolute worst. All right, so also another thing when I'm installing them is I put hairspray and I let it dry, and what that's gonna do is kind of, it creates, so you could put these in without hairspray because they're silicone lined, but it creates a kind of like a base or a barrier. I'm all about hair health. I was never balding because I wear extensions, like, no. So it kind of creates a buffer in between your hair and the extension clip, and gives it something to hold on to that's not just your hair, which is gonna help prevent any like shedding or anything like that, which is, like I said, a priority of mine. Gotta stay healthy, you know. I've seen so many people, so many clients that are like, have been extension wearers for a long time, and that have that thinning hair, and that's why, guys, that is why. All right, now I'm gonna put my front pieces in. So I do a 2-clip in the front, but like I said, my head is mad big. So who's to say that you might be able to wear something that's not this? You know, you might be able to do a 1-clip, but I do one here. And another thing that's important that I want you guys to kind of see, I took this on an angle. I might even go a little. That's on an angle. That is another, no matter what kind of extensions you're putting in, you want to make sure that you always have your hair on an angle. That's gonna, like, your hair naturally falls like this. It doesn't fall like that, right? No one's hair in the world literally falls like that. Not even Asian straight hair doesn't. It's not on your head, it just falls like that. You have like baby hairs that go this way and all of that stuff. It naturally has movement. So when you're putting in extensions, it is like so stupid important to like make sure it's on some type of angle. The fun thing is you can go also like a little higher in the front. Oh, look at that. You can go a little, like by doing a, like however hard, sorry, I can't talk right now apparently. However hard the angle is, like if you go on a harsher angle, you can go higher up into here. So if you wanted to bring more hair into your face, that's like another little like tip for that. That's bomb. I'm trying, and I always put them in and kind of play with them and like figure out. So right now I'm like, do I want this to come this close to my front? Probably not. So I'm gonna take it up, pull this up, clip it out, and I'm just gonna go down on a harsher angle, and you guys will see it'll give me more room to be able to kind of clip it and have it there. So like, don't be scared to play around when you're putting them in. Like, get creative with it and put them in until you feel super good and you like the way they're in, you know? The way I just had it would have been fine, but I know I'm gonna be at an event tomorrow, and so I'm gonna be meeting a lot of people, and like I said, that wind and so I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about it showing in the front, you know what I mean? But if I was doing like a photo shoot or something like that and I'm like, I want all the movement up here, then I probably would have left it. So we're just gonna clip on in like so, like so. And guys, practice makes perfect, 1000%. Don't get intimidated or be like, I could never do this, because you definitely can. It literally is like life, because it's like no commitment and long hair. It's bomb. All right. Another key is like, I will eventually brush these through, but I wait until the end because you want to really let the hairspray dry. Hold on, guys, I'm like super thirsty. How cute is this? Make it happen. Matches my lips. My sister got it for me for one of my Christmas presents. She the best. All right, so the last area I have to fill in is just this side. So I like to use the last row I did in the back as kind of a guide. And I'm just gonna go make a part. Remember, we're gonna dip it kind of low. Typically this would go way faster if I had a comb, but I don't feel like getting up and back, so I'm gonna be lazy and I'm gonna use my clip. Oops. Guys, this is kind of hard to do using a phone, I can't even lie. Can't necessarily see all the way. Alright. So you see how sharp of an angle that's on, right? I'm like literally looking at you and it's coming all the way here and going all the way down. I actually might Alright. Now I'm gonna hairspray. I make such a weird face when the hairspray is coming. I'm like, it's coming for me. We can kind of brush this. And so, alright, what I would typically do after these are in is, see how I brush it? And it's crazy, right? Because like my hair is dark here, and you guys, because I'm showing you how I'm putting them in, can probably be like, oh, I see it. But if you didn't like see me get ready just now and you were just like looking at a picture or whatever, you'd be like, oh, her hair is so pretty and ombre, you know? And that's the fun part about these. Like you can add color in. So my sister, like, we're in the middle of making her blonde and she always puts in different colors to kind of like brighten her up, or if she's missing her brown, she'll put in some brown. So you can get really creative with them. They're fun. Oh, and the other thing is, so typically I only wear these. I don't put the last 4 in. But the fun thing is, so the extensions come in 10-piece. These are singles. These can be used solely to make a bun or to do a ponytail look, or to do, like, you can stack them like this and do like a big voluptuous braid. But since I'm doing the look I'm going for today, you guys will see it's going to be so cute. I'm doing like a big Hollywood wave and I want a lot of movement up in the front. So I'm going to actually add these front pieces in, just so that I have the extra hair and the extra body in the front. But like I said, typically when you guys see me with my extensions in, I don't have all 10 and I typically only have 6 in. I'm just gonna let her hang there. How funny is this? I crack up with extensions because I'm just like you can literally just clip hair and like that's hilarious to me. But it's so bomb at the same time. It's like instant upgrade. Girl, I put my extensions in and I'm just like super fancy with it. Alright. So now I'm gonna go in here. I'm going to add some more pieces just because, like I said, I'm going to have a really voluptuous look today. Voluptuous. Spray. With the one clip, so I don't even clip it. I'll just like hold it and put it in as needed. I have 4 more pieces I'm going to put in. Important key is to let the hairspray dry. Just like when you're putting on your moisturizer or your primer, you want to really allow those things to dry. Same thing with this. So I'm gonna put gonna fill in one right here. I want to go right here. Do you guys have any questions about any of this? Who wears clip-in extensions on here? I'm going to put this piece in. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I'm going to be representing Monet Cosmetics in Philadelphia tomorrow from 12 to 2. So Monet Cosmetics is actually designed by a 13-year-old. It's a cosmetics line. I am team her all the way. 13-year-old entrepreneur. Yes, please. Her mom is literally the bomb, and like I think it's amazing. So we only have the straight, which with the straight it does wave up. It's just not super curly. Eventually we will have super curly textures, but we just started out and launched with it's technically straight, but it's really not. When you wash this, it gets a little wavy. Aww, that's amazing. Yeah, designing this line has been a dream come true. I've always been a creator, but now I finally get to create in the beauty industry, which is amazing. All right, guys, so I'm all in. And like you see, I'll put a little hairspray here. Typically, and what I'm about to go do is I'll flat iron. I always flat iron the front to kind of blend it and like the top of everything. But I'm pretty good to go. These ones are like, okay, so I have two pairs. I have a shorter pair that's about this short, and it's gosh, it feels so weird with my hair this long. I have a shorter pair, and they're like my basics, like my basic pair, and they're just super like just like this and very layered. And I wear my bangs or whatever, and like this pair is like my fancy pair. They're like, guys, these are so long. Love it. All right, so I gotta go. Guys, I'm in love with these. I always feel so fancy when I put them in. I'm like, I can't stop playing with my hair. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna style these. Once I'm halfway through doing my style, I'm gonna go live again and show you guys kind of how to create Hollywood waves. And so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Make sure you guys follow us. Thank you, love. Thank you. They feel so good too. They're super light, and you guys saw how easy that was. Like, even with me sitting here talking and being silly and making fun of my big head, these still went in really fast. And like I said, they just look ombre. Like, I'm dark on top, and then I go into like a medium blonde, and then they end with the light blonde. So yeah, make sure you guys are following this page, because once you click follow, you'll kind of see when I'm live. And I go live every weekend to give you guys beauty tutorials. If you loved this video and you enjoyed it and you enjoyed my goofiness, press share. And if you're interested in extensions, reach out to us and we will help you color match your hair and give you awesome extensions, because they're the bomb. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.